excited to be joined here today by Dr. Yvonne Hsu, who is talking about a hidden problem that affects millions of women. I hadn't even heard of this before. Tell us what we're talking about.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about pelvic rim prolapse and also pelvic floor disorders in general. And like you said, it actually occurs in 1 in 3 women during their lifetimes, but it's not something that we talk about, so it remains really hidden. And I think we don't talk about it because people are uncomfortable talking about it.
Well, and it literally is an uncomfortable thing that happens to your body. Tell people what this is.
So pelvic rim prolapse is when a woman's pelvic organs, either the bladder, for example, the uterus, can push down into the vagina. So it's almost like the vagina becomes a hernia. It can cause a lot of symptoms of discomfort, and it can really affect a woman's lifestyle and ability to be very active in their life.
Who are people that are more at risk for this to happen in their life?
Well, actually, all women are at risk for it, especially childbearing women. And so we know that having a vaginal delivery puts women at risk, and the number of vaginal deliveries will really affect your risk of getting prolapse. But also, just as we get older, so aging, becomes a risk factor for prolapse. And prolapse tends to happen as a woman gets older and goes into menopause.
Well, I want to point out that you are actually a urogynecologist. And I haven't heard of a urogynecologist before. I don't know why I hadn't heard of this, but you're a specialized person in this procedure. I feel like if someone's experiencing these symptoms, they wouldn't necessarily know where to go and when to see a doctor.
Yeah, that's really true. Urogynecologists are actually specialists who just work with people with pelvic floor disorders such as prolapse and incontinence. So we have specialized training both in the surgeries, for example, hysterectomies and prolapse repairs, but also for urinary incontinence, for example, slings. But we're also trained to do non-surgical options for women, because a lot of women think that the only option is to have surgery, and there are other things that we can discuss.
Yeah, and I didn't know that until you're just saying that right now.
Yeah.
You don't need to have surgery. You can try other procedures first.
There are other things that can be done for all these conditions.
So when should somebody come in and see a urogynecologist?
Well, I think what happens is for many women, because the condition tends to affect them more gradually, they just don't think about coming in. But the comment that I get from a lot of women that I've treated is that they wish I'd come in sooner, because until the problem was taken care of, they didn't realize how much it impacted their life. Kept them from being active with their kids and their families. It kept them from doing activities they enjoyed. And so a lot of it depends on a woman's symptoms, in terms of when to come in. But obviously when it becomes bothersome and they feel like their lifestyle has changed and their quality of life has gone down, then that's usually the time to see somebody.
Well, such an interesting thing about this that we were talking about earlier is so many women put their health on the back burner. They think, oh, this is fine. I would think this is just part of the territory. I've had kids, this is my new body, and I'm gonna live like this for the rest of my life. But there's actually someone that you can go and see.
Yeah, that's right. That's why we want to help women know that, even though it's not really talked about, that it's they're not alone, that this is something that we can actually help them with. And they really should feel like this is something that is actually a very common common thing that happens to women as part of their life cycle.
Well, common, we said 1 in 3 women are affected by this. Thank you so much for coming in, Dr. Hsu, and talking about this. If you're realizing now, wait, this is something I'm dealing with, be sure to contact. You can talk to Dr. Hsu. She is at LDS Hospital, and for more information about this and who you can reach out to, be sure to go to their website. We'll also link them from our website. Thank you so much for being here.